Turner Network Television presents Super Football Saturday Night. Tonight, the number 2 ranked Oklahoma Sooners take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Brought to you by Buick and your Buick dealer. For comfort, innovation, and a real commitment to quality, it's today's Buicks. And by Bud Light, the light beer with the first name in taste. Everything else is just a light.
At the Metrodome in Minneapolis, Minnesota, it's the Sooners of Oklahoma and the Golden Gophers of the University of Minnesota. Hello, everybody. I'm Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning here in Minneapolis. Well, it's sort of a late start to the Sooners this season. This is our 5th game. This is their kickoff game.
And I think Barry Switzer's worried about that. Opening game jitters, maybe. At least we woke up this morning. Oklahoma was rated number 2. And your Tennessee Volunteers took care of Auburn today. And in effect, folks, you're looking at the number 1 rated team in the country. The Oklahoma Sooners, they've got great speed. They've got a great defense. They've got a guy named Tony Casillas, who many people think naturally is going to be a number 1 draft choice, but they think he's the best defensive lineman in the country.
Let's talk about their quarterback, Troy Aikman.
Well, that's the question mark. Now, folks, you won't believe this, but they don't have a quarterback that can run 4.4 and 4.3. This one only runs 4.6 in the 40-yard dash. But Troy Aikman is 6'3", 215 pounds. He's a sophomore. They say he's got a great arm. And would you believe the Oklahoma Sooners are going to throw the football in some pro sets? 4 receivers going out on the passing offense, and that is unusual for Oklahoma.
All right, let's talk about Minnesota. They have a quarterback named Ricky Foggy.
Well, he's the key, Lindsey. He's a great athlete. He just does things. Lou Holtz today told us, he said he can beat you 4 ways. He can beat you with his arm, with his feet, with his head, and with his heart. He's a great, incredible football player who makes the right moves at the right time. He did it last year. He's only a sophomore, and he's going to be here for a long time, to Lou Holtz's pleasure.
All right, Paul, and right now we're going to go to the studio to Craig Sager and Alec Hawkins.
When the season started, Oklahoma was number 1. They do have a chance to move into the top spot.
Yes, Craig, they do, but they're going to have to play a game first. And tonight they're going to have a tough game in store with Minnesota.
What happened to Auburn, Tennessee today?
Auburn was destroyed this afternoon. They just ran into a bunch of Tennessee Volunteers. There's Bo Jackson. Before leaving the game, he'd gained 80 yards. He had a knee injury and didn't play in that most of the second half. Here we have Tony Robinson connecting with Tim McGee from Tennessee on a 38-yard touchdown pass. That made it 14-0, and Auburn was really never in the game after that.
Is Tony Robinson a Heisman Trophy candidate?
He may not be a Heisman Trophy. He's a fine quarterback. He's got good quick feet, good quick release, and he's got a good quick head, and he's got leadership. Craig.
Elsewhere today, the Big Ten continued to roll. Only once in history have 9 teams from the Big Ten Conference won games on the same day. It happened 2 weeks ago. This afternoon, the Big Ten was 8 for 8. Illinois was idle. A win by Minnesota. They can do it again.
They are off to the best start ever, and there's parity in that Big Ten for a change, too.
And we'll see how Minnesota can do against Oklahoma right after this.
At the center of the field, Minnesota has won the toss and waved off the choice. The choice then becomes that of Oklahoma, and Oklahoma has elected to receive. Choice at the start of the second half will be that of Minnesota. This is Turner Network Television. The Minnesota Golden Gophers along the sideline. We are indoors here now at the Metrodome. And that is artificial turf. It has been raining outside. So we're just about set to go. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Turner Network Television. And now it's going to be Minnesota kicking off. And it will be Chip Lohmiller doing the kicking off. And the deep men are Earl Johnson back there, along with Leon Perry, to receive it for Oklahoma.
And if you're wondering why Minnesota elected to waive off the choice, let Oklahoma have the football, they'll have the choice in the second half. And I'm sure Lou Holtz will want to receive in the opening of the second half.
They kick it off, of course, from the 40-yard line. The first time that these two teams ever have met. And here is Lohmiller with a kick in the air. Johnson retreats, takes it 8 yards deep in the end zone. Touchback. First and 10 at the 20-yard line. So the Sooners of the University of Oklahoma now come out there with Troy Aikman to run the attack. He is a sophomore from Henrietta, Oklahoma. There's the offensive alignment. Tillman, Collins, Carr, and the split in is Shepard. There's the tight end, Keith Jackson, and the offensive line. This will be the first offensive play of this season for the Sooners of Oklahoma.
And there's no worry about keying on somebody. Everybody back there in that wishbone can run. Spencer Tillman, of course, was the star last year.
Swing a wing back out of the wishbone, and there's a penalty marker, 2 or 3 penalty markers. The handoff to Lydell Carr. And Carr was upended by the Minnesota defense, but there's a marker to be checked out. Steve Thompson made the hit. The referee is Tom Quinn. Procedure call against Oklahoma. And there's Barry Switzer, who's in his 13th season as head coach at Oklahoma.
And he's just kind of shaking his head out there. He really can't believe it. I don't think he saw too much wrong with that play. First play of the year for the Oklahoma Sooners. We're in our 5th game, folks. Broadcasting here on WTBS, and this is Oklahoma's very first game.
It is first down and 15 yards to go. They shift now back into the ball. Tillman, and he's stacked up after a gain of a yard. It's going to be second down and 14 at the 16-yard line. Steve Thompson of Aurora, Illinois, made the tackle. There's the defensive alignment for Minnesota. Doug Mueller starting on the nose tonight. There are the linebackers.
2 good inside linebackers.
Najarian and Holmes. And the deep man. Second down coming for the Sooners of Oklahoma. Aikman, the quarterback. Gives it to his right halfback, and there's running room out there for Tillman. And Tillman has a 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
19-yard pickup. And, folks, 2nd and 14 is not a passing situation for this Oklahoma team. It never has been. Here comes Spencer Tillman. What a beautiful cut. Look at the blocking at the point of attack. And Tillman gets 19 yards into first down.
They spotted squarely on the 35 now. David Williams made the last stop. Troy Aikman brings the Sooners up. This game having just begun here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. A wingback right out of the bone. Give it off to his fullback, riding in across the 45-yard line. Lydell Carr from Enid, Oklahoma, carried the ball. Across the 45-yard line, Najarian made the tackle. Lou Holtz in the sweater there along the sideline. Second year as head coach.
Lindsey, that's what Lou Holtz was worried about. People up front on defense being manhandled by this big offensive line of Oklahoma. 19-yard pickup, comes right back, gives it to the fullback, Lydell Carr. He picks up 11. And in all honesty, you look back on Oklahoma over the years, they've beaten themselves more than other teams have beaten them. So Lou Holtz has got to hope for turnovers.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line for the Sooners. Penalty marker is thrown as the halfback took the handoff. And it was carried up to the 48-yard line, but there's a marker to be checked.
When they shifted, they were not set for that 1 count before the snap of the center.
Collins carried the football.
After they shift, they have to come to a complete rest for 1 second.
That's Najarian up there to exercise the option for Minnesota.
The wiggle shift on the offense. Decline 2.
I was kidding Barry. I said usually every time we see Oklahoma, and you folks know this, that usually they have a quarterback who runs 4.4, 4.5. They've got a slow quarterback now, and Aikman, he runs 4.6 in the 40-yard dash, but he's got the good arm, and they say that they've changed a lot of the offense because of this kid.
Second and 8 at the 48-yard line. Completed to Tillman out in the left side. He's across the 50 and gets it down to the 47-yard line. Spencer Tillman from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
He should have waited for his left guard, Eric Pope. Big left guard, 6'2", 266 pounds, was coming out to block for him, Lindsey. There was a little quick screen left. Now, we can see if we can pick up the left guard. Here, you see him set up. He turns back to the quarterback. Now he should wait for his offensive lineman. Look at number 63. He does not wait for that block. He could have gotten the first down if he would have waited for Eric Pope.
Third down and about 3.5 yards to go. Derek Shepard's in a wide right. Tillman's in a wing left. Aikman's got the ball. And it is carried across the 45 by Lydell Carr. Bobick made the tackle.
And I think they're going to rule it his knee touched just when they got past the 45-yard line. It may be a little bit short, Lindsey. Let's see where they're marking. Here we get a good end zone shot. This is the big fullback, Lydell Carr from Enid, Oklahoma. Just a little power play off the left side. That's the wishbone. Basic play. That's where it starts with the fullback. He can either hand it to the fullback, run the option, keep it himself, or flip back to his back. Three things can happen off of that.
Fourth down and a yard to go, and they're going to go for it. They have the ball at the 44-yard line of Minnesota, and Oklahoma's going for it. On the wishbone. Got to the fullback, and Lydell Carr took it in 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And Bruce Holmes from Detroit, Michigan, made the tackle.
You know, this late start always brings up that age-old debate. Does Minnesota have the advantage because it had 2 games under its belt while Oklahoma had not yet played? Or did the Sooners have the advantage because they haven't shown the Golden Gophers anything while Oklahoma has had a chance to watch Minnesota on film twice? Well, we'll see.
1st and 10 outside the 41. Collins is back to the right side there in the slot left. Aikman with the football. Looks to go long, and it's deflected incomplete. Bruce Holmes had a hand on that one, and it was Spencer Tillman for whom it was intended.
He's got the good strong arm here, but he threw it very close to this linebacker, Mr. Bruce Holmes, and he had a shot. You see, get his hands up there, almost intercepted. He's 6'3", Mr. Holmes from Detroit, and he almost deflected it for an interception.
2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now they're sending Shepard out on a wide right. Running backs in the wishbone. Aikman's the quarterback. Gave it to his fullback who got to the 39-yard line. Lydell Carr carrying. He was popped at the 39.
I'll tell you one thing, and Lindsey and I can attest to this, that Lou Holtz has got this town up in an uproar. There you see a shot of him. This place is packed, folks. There's not a seat in the house, and Minnesota football is back alive.
Travis Simpson was shaken up, and he is leaving the field.
It's a beautiful dome, Lindsey. It's my first time in here. This place is a great vantage point for football.
This is 3rd down and 7 yards to go on the 38-yard line. A lone setback for Oklahoma.
Double wing now. This is the throwing formation.
Incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
The big tight end was coming across. That's Keith Jackson, and he missed him. And he's no kin, of course, to the great Keith Jackson, the announcer. But watch him. There he is, a little delay with the tight end. Almost running a pick there for him. And it was just a little too far out in front. Incomplete.
Mike Winchester comes in to do the punting now. And there is a whistle. Rocky Gaylord had dropped back deep. However, now we're going to get a timeout, and we'll be back in just a moment. This is Turner Network Television. Winchester gets the punt off. Gaylord calls for a fair catch and lets it go. It's going to be into the end zone, and that is a touchback. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So Minnesota gets the ball now on their own 20. Get it for the first time tonight. And Ricky Foggy comes out to run the attack. Here's the offensive alignment now. Baylor Puck, Couch, and of course the split end, Gaylord. Rocky Gaylord. There's the offensive line. The tight end is Kevin Starks. This is the 4th season that the Golden Gophers have played indoors here at Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome. Largest crowd they've drawn here is 63,872. They're getting the ball spotted out there at the 20-yard line now.
And there's a young offensive line, too, Lindsey, but I think Lou Holtz thinks it's one of the strong points of his team. They got off to a flying start with their first 2 victories, but they don't have a senior in that starting lineup in that offensive line, and they're big. They average 265 pounds tackle to tackle.
Gary Couch is in a wide left in this alignment. Ricky Foggy. hanging on to the ball. He'll do that. He'll do all sorts of things. He is the heart of the offense. He gained 2 yards out to the 22.
He better. They got no shot.
You're right.
I tell you, he's averaging 8 yards a carry rushing the football. There you see his 84 stats, but so far this year, he's averaging 8 yards every time he runs the football. He's completed almost 70% of his passes, and he's the heart and soul of this team.
He is from Waterloo, South Carolina. He's got the football, swings it out the left flank, completed out there now. And it's taken to the 23-yard line by Ed Penn, P-E-N-N, Ed Penn. Out to the 23 for 1. It'll be 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Oh, what a great tackle by Kevin Murphy. He is also, in fact, in our meeting this morning with Barry Switzer, he believes he's got 3 number 1 draft choices playing in this defense. They have 9 starters back from last year. They were rated, what, Lindsay? Number 1 in the country against the rush last year. This is a great defense, and they're very, very quick.
Penalty marker on the last play, so the officials back up to talk it over.
There you see Murphy, who made the stop, number 39. He's a great defensive end.
Referee Tom Quinn taking a look. That was a clip against Minnesota.
It's just a running screen to the left. He had his offensive lineman out in front, and he got a clip. There's Tony Casillas. You get a good look at him there, folks. 6'3", 280 pounds, and he'll probably be the number 1 lineman taken in next year's draft. In fact, what did he say next to Leroy Selman? He's the best defensive player we've ever had here.
That's what he said.
That's saying a lot, isn't it?
That's high praise, isn't it?
Offense.
In fact, he's so good, Lindsay. I want to just tell the viewers at home, if you really want to see, sometimes just take a look at the center and take a look at this nose guard playing right on top of the center. You'll see a lot because he is something to watch.
2nd and 18 back at the 12-yard line now. Foggy has the ball, rolling and throwing, and short hop, incomplete. Tried to get it out to Gary Couch, sophomore from Davenport, Indiana. And covering defensively was Sonny Brown.
He was open, Lindsay.
That'll make it 3rd and 18 at the 12-yard line.
Foggy'd like to have that one back. He was wide open out there. Would have had the first down or close to it.
Foggy and Couch talk things over a little bit there as they head back to the huddle. No score in the game. We're in the first quarter here at the Metrodome in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Pudgy Abercrombie has been in and out of that backfield. Number 33. They're in a slot right. Couch in motion across. Foggy with the ball, and Foggy is going to run it. 15, 20, and to the 21-yard line. And Tony Rayburn made the tackle.
They got 10 back. Going to have to punt.
And so the punting unit comes onto the field. As you see Lou Holtz and the sweater along the sideline there, and Adam Kelly will do the punting for Minnesota. Derek Shepard is dropped back deep, number 3, to receive the punt. And ahead of him is Sonny Brown in tandem upfield. There are the stats on Kelly. His first punt of the night for Minnesota. Scott Goulden's in to make the snap. Shepard drops the ball to the 25, the 30, the 35, and Shepard returned it to the 39-yard line where they'll start 1st and 10. We'll be back in just a moment.
Trailing TCU 7-0. SMU comes right back on this 21-yard scoring strike from Don King to Albert Reese. So it's TCU and SMU knotted up at 7-all.
Lou Holtz pacing along the sideline as his defensive unit is on the field, and Oklahoma is in there. Stell is in there at halfback now. He'll be in and out along with Collins. Aikman's the quarterback. Give it to the fullback instead. And it is Lydell Carr who moves it to the 43-yard line. Picked up 4 yards on the play to make it 2nd and 6. 9 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Doug Mueller, the nose guard, made the last tackle. Both of these schools, Oklahoma and Minnesota, rich in football tradition. That is Coach Barry Switzer in his 13th season. as the head coach of Oklahoma. Tillman's in a wing left here. Now he shifts back into the wishbone as they move the tight end over right. The option, and Aikman's got the ball. Aikman still got it across to the 49-yard line. First and 10, Oklahoma in Minnesota territory.
Well, last year they had a marvelous option quarterback, Danny Bradley, for Oklahoma. And this kid, Troy Aikman, Barry said he's not as quick as Bradley, but he makes good decisions. You can see the big 6'3" sophomore made a nice move there on the option, cut back inside, got the first down.
So the Sooners have moved it into Minnesota territory. Derek Shepard is wide to the left side. Aikman quarterbacking. Aikman's got the ball and faked it to the fullback, took it to the 46, and he was upended by Anthony Burke.
There's a blown assignment, Lindy. Somebody went the wrong way there. A little miscommunication here offensively. Here's the wishbone. He looks to fullback, and the fullback went the wrong way. Fullback went on the right side, and he was supposed to fake it over the left guard. And you can see what happens when that occurs. He had to take it himself in a little quarterback sneak, although it was a wise thing to do. When something like that happens, it's very smart just to go ahead and run the quarterback sneak.
2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line. Stell, incomplete. He tried to hit Damon Stell on a turnout. It'll be 3rd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
He threw it a little bit too quick. The man was wide open. Did a little corner move. Damon Stell, sophomore from Oklahoma City. And, of course, that'll come with the experience. Been waiting a long time. This Oklahoma team, you can imagine, folks, highly rated. They were picked #1 before the year's over with, Lindsay. And they were getting a little bit anxious, I would guess. Get started.
Shepard and Stell are the wide receivers left and right. Aikman handing it off. And on a delay, it's taken down to the 36-yard line by Spencer Tillman. And that's a 1st and 10 for Oklahoma.
As I said before, 3rd and 7, 2nd 16, never passing down for this team. Here comes the little rollout draw. Spencer Tillman gets 15 yards. Look at the blocking up front. That's Travis Simpson, Lydell Carr double teaming the nose guard, and Spencer Tillman now with 29 yards rushing on 3 carries.
Bruce Holmes made the last tackle. 1st and 10 now. Oklahoma at the Minnesota 36. Heading it back, and it's Tillman, and he's across the 30, and Tillman's inside the 25-yard line. I think he got the other first down. Small made the tackle.
Nice move for 12 yards, Lindsay. And Lou Holtz told us that this defensively, we cannot have poor tackling if we expect to stay with this team. You're going to see poor tackling coming up right now. Watch Tillman. He goes outside. Now watch the man come. There's one missed tackle. And he cut right inside of 2 missed tackles.
If you wonder why Oklahoma has not played a game before, they were scheduled to have played SMU on the 14th. However, the game was moved to December 4 television. It'll be played on December 7th. Oklahoma and SMU. So Oklahoma has not been in action, and now they're taking a timeout. So with no score, we'll be right back. This is Turner Network Television. Oklahoma 15-1 in season opener since 1969. I'm Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning. We're in Minnesota. It rained most of the day. They had snow last Monday, but they play indoors at the Metrodome.
Last year, Oklahoma averaged over 200 yards rushing, and they've already got 80 yards rushing here in the first quarter.
1st and 10, Oklahoma at the Minnesota 24-yard line. There's sending Shepard in a wide right. Tillman in a wing left. Aikman is the quarterback. Stell and Carr are the setbacks, and now they shift Tillman back into the bone.
Well, that whole offense is to the right.
Tillman's got the ball. Tillman's at the 15-yard line. Looks to be about a foot short of a first down.
That's just a straight blast off the right side with the tight end on the right. Wishbone cocked to the right. Here's a look at Peter Nigerian, the linebacker over here. And he's got some people coming right at him. There's a big fullback trying to get underneath, and he does get a good block, even though Nigerian does get an arm and tries to make an arm tackle. But Spencer Tillman's not the type of back you're going to arm tackle much, Lindsay.
Lou Holtz looking on. It's not 1 foot for a first down. It's 2 feet for a first down. Second coming at the 15-yard line. Taken by the fullback and Lydell Carr. Rode it into the 10-yard line for 5, where it's going to be first down and 10 yards to go.
Offensive line starting to take its toll now on that Minnesota defense. Just really block them at the line, at the point of attack, Lindsey. They're really manhandling the defense.
It's spotted just outside the 10. It would be possible to pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown, but highly improbable. And he's stacked up for a loss of a yard back at the 11-yard line.
Well,
Larry Joyner, the first man there.
They didn't manhandle anybody that time. Good defense. Larry Joyner, of course, is probably their best. Look at him take everybody on. Oh, what a great play. Larry Joyner Jr. out of Memphis makes a sensational play for that Gopher defense. And, you know, he's not too big. He's listed 6'1", 200. Lou Holtz said, Paul, he's no bigger than 6 foot. He maybe ringing wet might weigh 200 pounds.
Patrick Collins is in that backfield now, and that's Shepard in a wide right. Left guard moved, and the penalty marker goes down.
Eric Hope is going to cost him 5.
Dead ball. Ball start. Offense.
It was Eric Hope, the left guard.
It'll be 3rd and 16 at the 16. I beg your pardon, 2nd. Down doesn't count, of course.
Get a look at this packed crowd.
Ball start. Offense.
It's at the 16-yard line, and this is 2nd down. And that is Patrick Collins in the wide right. Shepard is in the wide left. Tillman inside the 10-yard line.
I'm telling you, Lindsey, that hole off the right side. Anthony Phillips, the right tackle for Oklahoma, is 6'3", 275, only a freshman, and they're just going over the right side at will. Look at that big fullback, Lydell Carr, and Spencer just gets his body right behind the big fullback. He's got 59 yards now on 6 carries.
3rd and 7 at the 7. Big 3rd down play coming now. Double tight end for the Sooners. Berryhill is in that tight end as well.
Minnesota gets out of here with only 3. They've been lucky. Here comes the option. Oh, did he get hit?
He got hit just as he crossed the 4-yard line. Aikman kept the football. It's going to be 4th down. Coming up. The field goal man is Tim Lasher. Holmes made the last tackle.
I'll tell you one thing. You don't see too many quarterbacks stick their head in here, and this place is going crazy, folks. Watch this. And he made a good move. Now, Troy Aikman makes a good move. He's going for the first down, and does he get hit? I really couldn't see the number there. It had to be one of the linebackers. I think it was Nigerian or Bruce Holmes on that stop.
It was Holmes.
Woo, did he get hit?
This is a 21-yard field goal attempt for Tim Lasher, and holding for him is David Vickers, and snapping is Kevin Atkins.
10 out of 13 last year.
It's good. And so the Sooners have drawn first blood. They've gone out in front by a score of 3-0, and we'll be right back.
There's a downpour in Texas, but it doesn't seem to bother SMU's Reggie Dupard. He takes his pitch, goes off the right side, sprints 62 yards down that right sideline, making that game SMU 14, TCU 7. Back to you, Lindsey Nelson.
And now for Oklahoma, Todd Thompson is doing the kicking off. He is seated up at the 40-yard line, and Rocky Gaylord is center deep to receive it for Minnesota. 3 minutes, 43 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Oklahoma leading by a score of 3-0. Here's Thompson's kickoff. Rocky Gaylord, 5 yards deep in the end zone, and he will not run it out. Touchback, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So the Golden Gophers start once again. We were saying that both of these schools are rich in football tradition. Murray Warmoth, who was the head coach at Minnesota for 18 years, is seated on the level just below us in the press box section here.
Good to see Murray earlier in the ball game, and now Minnesota's got to start trying to move the football a little bit. They have yet to make a first down, Lindsey, and of course Mr. Foggy has got to loosen up his arm. He's going to have to throw the football a little bit.
Ricky Foggy brings them up in an I formation. Foggy's got the football. He's keeping it on the option, and he gets 3 to the 23. It'll be 2nd and 7 there. On the tackle, Ricky Dixon from Dallas, Texas. Barry Spitzer.
Foggy had 2 sensational games against Wichita State, the opener, and then, of course, they killed Montana 62 to 17. Of course, this defense is a little bit different.
Valdez Baylor has come out, and Ed Penn has come in there for Minnesota. They come out of a wishbone themselves, and they move it up to the 24 with Gary Couch carrying. Couch carrying out of the wishbone for Minnesota, got a yard. It'll be 3rd and 6. Richard Reed in to make the tackle. He's from Fort Worth, Texas. Valdez Baylor comes back into the lineup. Ed Penn comes off for Minnesota. Rocky Gaylord far to the left side. Foggy sends his way up to the 28-yard line, but it'll be 4th and 2 there. Bosworth made the tackle. Brian Bosworth, the sophomore from Irving, Texas. He's listed at 234, 6'2".
Well, Foggy made a couple of good moves, but he's going to come up a little bit short. We're going to have to kick it.
So here comes the punting unit onto the field, led by Adam Kelly from Excelsior, Minnesota. He's a senior.
See what Oklahoma's defense is doing, Lindsay, is when he starts that rollout, he's so dangerous when he gets outside. That defensive end is making him turn it up inside, so they're hoping for that pursuit. They're so quick on the inside to stop him, and they have stopped him so far.
Kelly's punted only once, that for 53 yards. Derek Shepard is deep. It'll be short. And it is down at the 39-yard line. So they'll start 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Look at here. One of the great coaches of all time. Of course, he coached at Oklahoma, and he was an All-American guard right here at Minnesota. 1935 national championship team in 1936, and he had a few national championships out at Oklahoma, didn't he, Lynn?
I'll say he did. He had a great career out there.
Classy man.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line for the Sooners of Oklahoma, who are leading by a score of 3-0 with 1 minute 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Troy Aikman, 6'3", 213-pound quarterback. We got it to his fullback. Little running room all the way up to the 50-yard line. Earl Johnson from Dallas, Texas carried the ball. 1st and 10 at the 50, and it was Bruce Holmes on the tackle.
What a wealth of running backs Oklahoma has had over the years. They're all fast. This number 5, Earl Johnson, a junior from Dallas, Texas, right over the right side again. Boy, they're really just going right over the right guard and the right tackle. Anthony Phillips, a big freshman from Tulsa, and Jeff Pickett, the right guard. And we've got an injury down on the field, a Minnesota player.
He's being assisted off the field, and the ball is spotted, incidentally, at the 49-yard line, and that's going to be about a foot short of a first down. Donovan Small, it is, who's going off. There's a Golden Gopher. 2nd down, less than a yard to go. Here is Shepard coming out of the huddle to a wide left. He's from Odessa, Texas. Barr and Tillman, and now they shore up the bone. Give it to the right halfback, and it's Perry, Leon Perry, going to the 45-yard line.
They're running to the strong side of the wishbone, Lindsay. They're running to the side of the tight end. You can almost see and feel that wishbone cocked to the left or to the right. And they just put everybody out in front. You watch the tight end over here on the left side. Look at them all come over here. Here comes the guard. Here comes the guard out in front. They just clear up everybody. And then, of course, you get a missed tackle on the outside. And, boy, I tell you, Minnesota cannot afford those missed tackles. That was Larry Joyner who missed his tackle.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Oklahoma in Minnesota territory. And they look for the pass here now. Aikman completes it just about to the line of scrimmage, and it's taken by Spencer Tillman, who is popped immediately by David Williams.
Oh, great tackle by David Williams, a sophomore from Waukesha, Wisconsin. Now, Aikman was trying to go down deep to his wide receiver. He was on a stop and go, but he was covered. He gets a little heat. from the inside here, and he really gets hit. Watch this. Troy Aikman, sometimes a quarterback has to pay for to play in those glory positions.
They complete the pass for a loss of a foot. Second down and 10 yards to go. The officials in conference there at the ball. Referee said, just wind it up and go. That's time remaining in the quarter. With the clock running down to 3, 2, 1. I don't know if they'll get it off. Well, they did. Tillman's got the ball, and Tillman gets to the 38-yard line. Time has run out in the quarter. At the end of the first quarter, the score is Oklahoma 3, Minnesota nothing. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Turner Network Television. Portions of tonight's game are brought to you by Buick and your Buick dealer. For comfort, innovation, and a real commitment to quality, it's today's Buicks.
Lindsay, I think after you look at the first quarter play, if you're Barry Switzer, you say, well, looks like the defense picked up where they left off last year. They're playing a great football game, and offensively, we only put 3 points on the board, but you almost get a feel that this team's going to break it. Don't you feel that way? I mean, they're almost one tackle from breaking it.
3rd and 3 at the 38-yard line. Right at the first down marker. They'll take a look at this one, and he may have picked it up. Leon Perry carried the ball. May have got it. Deuce Bobick was in for the tackle. And now let's go back to the studio.
SMU starting to break things open as Jeff Adkins finds an opening on this right side, breaks a little tackle, carries it in for the score, making it SMU 21, TCU 7. Back to you, Lindsay.
All right, and right here, Oklahoma is leading by a score of 3-0. They have it 1st and 10 at the Minnesota 34-yard line early in the second quarter. Gets it back to across the 30-yard line and down to the 27-yard line. Deuce Bobick was in there on the tackle.
Bobick made a good play. He was blocked right at the line of scrimmage, fought off the block, made a desperation tackle. There's the first quarter stats. Oklahoma 8 first downs, 127 yards rushing. And Spencer Tillman is limping a little bit, Lindsay. I think he pulled a hamstring.
Looked like it the way he was feeling in back of the thigh. Looked that way. That's Tillman who carried the ball, and he is pulled up lame here.
First quarter stats, 7 carries, 73 yards, averaging over 10 yards a pop.
It'll be 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line as Tillman goes out.
Here's another replay. Let's see if we can pick up where he pulled it. Well, they'll grab that hamstring right away when they do. There's Dusbovic. Nice play by Dusbovic to knock him down, get him off balance. He had his leg and we see Spencer Tillman averaging 4.9 yards per carry, 14 touchdowns.
2nd down, 3 yards to go for the Sooners of Oklahoma at the 27-yard line of Minnesota. They send Derek Shepard out to a wide left. Troy Aikman's the quarterback. Aikman's got the ball. He's still got it. And he's at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. And McIntosh was the first man to get to him.
Well, the big sophomore from Henrietta, Oklahoma, makes a nice move here, running the counter option. Here it comes, right into your living room, and he cuts back inside, gets about 8 yards for the first down. He's got 21 yards rushing now as a quarterback.
There's Tillman getting attention from the training staff along the sideline. 1st and 10 for Oklahoma at the Minnesota 20-yard line. Heading back to the inside again. And it's taken down to the 16-yard line, carried by Leon Perry. Gain of 4 makes it 2nd and 6.
Yeah, he's the biggest of all the running backs for Oklahoma as far as the tailback and running back position. He's a freshman from Orlando. Take a look at the little counter play off the left side. Number 46, Doug Mueller, made a nice play in that Minnesota defense.
2nd and 6, Oklahoma at the Minnesota 16. Oklahoma leading 3-0. Shepard's in a wide left. Backs in the bone. Give it to the fullback. It's taken into the 11-yard line. That was Earl Johnson from Dallas, Texas. 192-pounder Steve Thompson from Aurora, Illinois, made the stop.
Another big third down coming up for that Minnesota defense. We take a look at Barry over on the sidelines, and there you see the plays being signaled in to Oklahoma's sophomore quarterback. There's Barry shouting instructions. Third and about 1.5.
Big play coming here. Steele is in there now. Estelle it is, I beg your pardon. To the 10-yard line. It was Perry carrying, and it depends on where they mark it.
Where they mark it, I think he got the first down.
I think he did too.
Although it was good defense, regardless, Lindsay, this was very good defense at the point. Here comes that power football from the wishbone off the right side. The guard and everybody's there. Watch Leon Perry where he had the foot. His body was at the 10-yard line. I think they made a good spot. Fans don't agree here.
They're going to measure for the possible first down. So take a look as they bring out the chain. Mueller was the man who made the hit. They'll extend it here.
There it is.
First and 10.
That's the 11th first down for Oklahoma. No first downs yet for Minnesota. And actually, again, I say that if this Minnesota defense, as we take a look at Lou Holtz, if they can get out of here, Lindsay, with giving up maybe another field goal, that is the moral victory right in this drive.
We have word now from the sideline that Tillman suffered a slight pull in the right thigh and should be back. First and goal at the 10-yard line for Oklahoma.
One of those backs on the outside with all that speed.
Keeper by Aikman. Got to the 7-yard line. It was Steve Thompson who made the hit. Second and goal.
They ran it back into the short side of the field. Now, you see where the ball, it's on the right hash mark, so they don't have too much room to run this option over here to the weak side. Now, Aikman goes back inside, and a nice defensive play by Steve Thompson, a junior from Aurora, Illinois, makes a nice play.
Second down and goal to go at the 7-yard line. The Sooners of Oklahoma are driving.
Double tight end, Lynn. Power football here. The left halfback is cheated back to the right.
Perry to the 5-yard line.
They were cheating to the right.
Anthony Burke made the stop from Minnetonka, Minnesota.
They're cheating on that. If you can catch a left halfback here, you see him a little bit deep. That's a little tip-off so far. He's been there 3 times, and they've run to the right side every time.
Third and goal at the 5-yard line for Oklahoma. Patrick Collins is in there now at the right half. Shepard's going out into a wide left here.
Minnesota fans are loud.
Johnson diving to the 1-yard line, but did not get in. So it'll be 4th down.
Earl Johnson hands it off to the up back. Did he get in? A little bit short. Let's see what it is.
4th down coming now, and Oklahoma is going to go for it. Some shock troops being sent in by Lou Holtz defensively. The referee says this is an official's timeout for the moment. He's going to measure.
They're going to measure. They can make a first down, Lindsay. The ball, the last first down was just outside the 10-yard line.
Just out, right.
It all depends. That ball's inside the 1-yard line, so this is going to be close.
Lou Holtz is very interested. You saw him along the sideline.
I think it's going to be a little short. Yeah, about football and a half short.
Yeah, that's it. 4th down coming up.
They're going to go for it.
Here comes the play in from Barry Switzer.
Well, they've made most of the yardage so far, Lindsay, right behind the right side. Jeff Pickett and Anthony Phillips. Let's see if they go back over there. Minnesota defense has countered with 3 more defensive linemen in that lineup.
4th down and goal to go at the 1-yard line. Perry, Johnson, and Stell are the 3 back from the ball.
I don't know how they can hear the signals down there. This place is very, very loud.
No, I didn't get there. Did not get there. Now touchdown, touchdown. Touchdown, touchdown on a delayed call. It is touchdown.
Well, his first effort, he didn't get in there. He looked like he was stopped short, and then Earl Johnson was awarded the touchdown. Let's take a look at it. Now watch, number 5. He's the fullback in the wishbone. Here he goes. Up. And from this angle, we cannot tell where the football was. It looked like he got hit right at the line of scrimmage. You really can't tell from our vantage point on that replay, but he was awarded the touchdown. Those referees are right on the spot. They're looking parallel right directly down the line of scrimmage.
Conversion attempt coming now. Lasher will boot. Holding his Vickers. And it's good. And so the Sooners of Oklahoma have gone out in front by a score of 10-0, and we'll be right back.
Here's another look at that touchdown, and you can see by this angle, Earl Johnson does get in. Here he goes up and over. He gets hit. Now there's the goal line, and you see he just stretches his body out, and the ball was over. Good call.
So Oklahoma is leading it by a score of 10-0, and now it's going to be Todd Thompson kicking it off from the 40-yard line. Rocky Gaylord has dropped back center deep to field it for Minnesota. 9 minutes, 51 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. Indoors at the Metrodome in Minneapolis. Gaylord goes deep. Touchback. It'll be put in play first and 10 at the 20-yard line. So now, the Golden Gophers get the football. And for a report, let's go once again to Craig Sager and Alec Hawkins in the studio.
Here are some updates of some scores. Mike Norseth, 17 out of 22, 2 touchdowns for Kansas. Thurman Thomas has 3 touchdowns for Oklahoma State. Arkansas with a big lead over New Mexico, and Florida by 1 touchdown, leading Mississippi State. Updates at halftime.
First and 10, Minnesota at the 20-yard line. Ricky Foggy, the quarterback, handing it off. Taken up there for about 3 yards. It's going to be second down and 7 yards to go at the 23. Puck carried on the last play. There is the scoring drive. Took 6 minutes and 49 seconds. And Johnson scored on a 1-yard plunge.
Lou Holtz has got to have this offense pick up a few first downs, Lindsey. They have yet to pick up a first down. They've kind of collared Foggy. They're forcing him back inside. They're trying to not let that great young quarterback get to the outside where he can pick up those big yardage.
Second down play coming now. Foggy with the ball. Faked the pitch. And was popped as he approached the line of scrimmage. Lost about a yard as Ricky Dixon made the hit.
See, one great thing that defense does, it plays against the wishbone so much in practice, and it's rated number 1 against the run last year. They got 9 starters, but look at this defense. Look how it converges on the quarterback. Look at the pursuit here, and watch Ricky Dixon, number 29, make a great tackle. Boy, that is great pursuit.
Third down and 7 yards to go. It's spotted at the 23. The quarterback. He's got the football. Incomplete at the 32-yard line. Intended for Valdez Baylor. Derek White made the hit there. He's from Lubbock, Texas.
And again, no first down. That could have been caught.
Fourth down coming up. The punting unit has come on. Adam Kelly is in to do the kicking. Dropping back is Derek Shepard. In tandem with him will be Sonny Brown, who is upfield about 10, 12 yards. Scott Gould's in to make the snap. Shepard at the 36.
Watch out.
40 to the 45 to the 50, 45, under 40, and 35, and down to the 31-yard line. Shepard returned it to the 31, 40-yard kickoff return, a kick return. We'll be back in a moment. This is Turner Network Television. Derek Shepard's punt return has given Oklahoma the ball now at the 31-yard line. And Minnesota first down and 10 yards to go. The Sooners are leading by a score of 10-0 and in excellent field position here. The one setback now. Lakeman gives it off to that setback, who is Lydell Carr.
Boy, Larry Joyner popped the leather. Mr. Holtz told us this morning, boy, you'll like the way this kid plays. He just gives it 210%. Larry Joyner, not Not that big guy I was telling you about. He's only 6 foot, 200 pounds, and he plays defensive left end, and he does hit you.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line now for Oklahoma. Lee Morris is in there now. Number 84, a wide receiver. Aikman. Pulled out from behind at the 32-yard line by Steve Thompson.
He's trying to go outside. He was trying to go outside, and I think he had a man open on the left if he would have just stayed in the pocket a little bit longer, Linz. But he just feels that he can get around to the left side and pick up some yardage, and Steve Thompson makes a diving shoestring tackle. Good tackle.
3rd and 11 at the 32-yard line now. Big 3rd down play, and they send Derek Shepard to a wide left.
Little double wing.
Aikman. And it's incomplete and should have been intercepted at the 15-yard line.
Well, his man was so wide open out on the left. Derek Shepard, the
Matt
junior,
Martinez.
was so wide open, Lindsay, over on the left. I don't know what happened to Troy Aikman here. He threw it right to the safety man. Now, we can get over. Now, watch this man over to the right over here in the screen. He is wide open. Mr. Shepard is wide open. Had a little pressure on him, but he just hung in there a little bit too long. His receiver's open. Here's Larry Joyner.
It was Matt Martinez, the defender back there. So on 4th down, they're going to go for a 49-yard field goal attempt here. Tim Lasher will attempt it. Sonny Brown is in to hold. A 49-yard attempt.
It's long enough.
No good, no good. Wide, it hit and bounded away. So it's going to be put in play 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Field goal attempt is no good. Oklahoma's leading 10-0, and we'll be right back. They're whooping it up at the Metrodome here now on behalf of the Minnesota team. The ball goes over, of course, at the line of scrimmage, so it's 1st and 10 at the 32 for Minnesota. 1st and 10 at their own 32.
They've only got 23 yards rushing.
Oh, boy. Pitched it to the halfback, Valdez Baylor, and he was popped immediately. Just as he got the ball, it was Jeff Tupper.
Jeff Tupper, we take a look at Tony Casillas in the middle. Jeff Tupper playing left tackle. Nobody blocks him at all, and you can see they didn't block Casillas either, and he comes in to help. But Jeff Tupper was there first.
2nd and 15. Here are scores now. Kansas 17, Florida State 10 in the 3rd quarter.
That's somewhat of a surprise. And
Florida 27, Mississippi State 20 in the 3rd quarter. Right here it is 10-0. Oklahoma leading Minnesota in the 2nd quarter. Foggy's pass is incomplete. Tried to get it to Ed Penn. It'll be 3rd and 15.
He's hanging there. I think he's showing a lot of poise. He's only a sophomore, Mr. Foggy, and he's having a hard time moving this offense. They've yet to pick up a 1st down, Lindsay. And, of course, you're going against one of the great defenses in college football. He's had a few men open. He's 1 out of 4 in the passing department, and he's a much better quarterback than this.
Ed Penn comes out of the ball game. Valdez Baylor comes back in. That is for Minnesota.
This play's going to go up for grabs when they make a 1st down, I think.
3rd and 15.
This defense only gave up, 68 yards average rushing a game last year to rank #1 in the country.
Foggy has the ball. Tries the quarterback draw and goes out of bounds on the far side at the 35-yard line. Dixon and Glenn ran him out.
Now Lindsay, that quarterback draw is working, but they're calling it when they've got 3rd and 18, and they pick up 10 on it, and they usually come up short. Here it is again, quarterback draw. He goes around the right side, but he had so many yards to pick up. He picks up a nice gain of about 9 yards, but he needed 18.
So the punting unit comes in on 4th down. Adam Kelly to do the punting. And Derek Shepard is dropped back deep to field it for Oklahoma. High trajectory. Shepard at the 21-yard line. And he returned it to the 29. So it's still Oklahoma leading by 10. We'll be back in just a moment, and this is Turner Network Television. at the Metrodome with the inflated roof here at Minneapolis, Minnesota. Sooners of Oklahoma have the ball first and 10 at their own 29-yard line. They're leading 10-0. 5 minutes, 46 seconds left to play in the first half. Handing it off to Earl Johnson, and he struggles up to the 33-yard line. He picked up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6, and Larry Joyner when it made the first hit.
You know, if you're Lou Holtz, you got to be kind of proud of this young Minnesota defense. This is nothing to be ashamed of. They only trail by 10 points, Lindsey. Their offense has just been non-existent. They have yet to make a first down, and that's where their problem lies. Defensively, they played pretty good.
Second down play coming here now for the Sooners. They've sent Derek Shepard from Odessa, Texas to the far right. Run it up the middle, and it's taken by Leon Perry of Orlando, Florida, and he was stopped just short of the 40-yard line by Donovan Small, along with Nigerian.
Boy, they come at you, don't they? That offensive line. They pop off that football, and they block people.
It's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Both the tackles go over 270. Mark Hudson's 280 on the left side. Phillips, the freshman, 275. The guards average about 270, Lindsey. 6'2", 266 pounds for Mr. Pope. And 6'1", 275 pounds for Jeff Pickett. Then they got a small center. Simpson's only 255 pounds.
Oklahoma out of the wishbone now. Simply covered at the 35-yard line. Bounced over there to Patrick Collins as Troy Aikman didn't get rid of it cleanly.
Yeah, that's what they want to do. They want to put pressure on that wishbone and cause a mix-up in the flip. And here it is. Here's the fakes it to the fullback. See, he gets popped real good. It was just a poor pitch by Mr. Aikman out to his running back. Lost 5.
Second down play coming down. The opening game of the season for the Sooners of Oklahoma. Aikman. Complete. Shepard got it and was hit immediately at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's his first completion to his receiver downfield. His first pass was completed on a little screen pass, if you remember, and Derek Shepard's been open on almost every time. There's that little turn in. He's wide open right at midfield, and a good pitch this time by Aikman's right on the money.
13-yard pickup, but a yard short of a first down. So it's going to be 3rd down and 1 yard to go. It's actually spotted just in advance of the 48. Perry, Johnson, and Collins are the backs in the wishbone.
See if they give it to that big Earl Johnson in the fullback. There
they
it is.
do. Johnson was popped. They're going to unstock him and spot the ball, and it looks to be about a foot short.
Now
Panic made the hit.
Now let's see what Barry does. They're going to punt it? Yes, sir.
Yes, they're going to punt it. He's leading by 10 points with 3 minutes, 13 seconds left.
This defense did the job.
The hand is for the defense of the Golden Gophers.
They need a big play. They need to break an offensive run or pass, and that young man could break it if he gets a little running room. He's got great quickness.
Gaylord. Mike Winchester will do the punting.
Rocky Gaylord, they call him. San Diego.
Gaylord moves up, takes it at the 16-yard line. Runs into one of his own men, and he's pinned at the 15. Pinned hard. So they'll start 1st and 10. This telecast is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the Big Ten Conference. Any publication, rebroadcast, or retransmission of pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Big Ten and Turner Broadcasting is prohibited. 1st and 10. It's spotted just in advance of the 15-yard line. Minnesota in possession now. Couch and Gaylord are wide. Ricky Foggy is the quarterback. Nothing on that one. They left it on the ground and he got nothing. It was Pudgy Abercrombie carrying, and he was hit by Jeff Tupper. 2nd and 10. Coming up at halftime, the University of Minnesota Golden Gopher Marching Band. We'll have a studio report to bring you up to date on football information from all across the country, and we'll have highlights of first half play. Hope you'll stay with us. Second down play coming now for Minnesota. 2:06 on the clock remaining in the first half.
Going into their style wishbone.
They do. That's Foggy just picking his way for not very much up to the 19-yard line, and it's Bosworth who made the tackle.
They only had one receiver out, Lindsey. That was Rocky Gaylord. The clock ticks down the last 2 minutes of the first half. It's pretty tough. You think they're worried about that defense? They keep everybody in but one receiver. So that's really telling you something what respect they got for that defense.
Third down and 7 yards to go. 3rd and 7 for Minnesota.
And we repeat, no first down yet.
Foggy tries a little shovel, and it's a penalty marker on the field as it was carried by Kevin Starks up to the 20-yard line. He's a tight end.
Check out the penalty.
Tom Quinn, the referee.
Got a little shovel pass play. Holding against Minnesota will be declined. They'll have to punt.
Barry Switzer along the sideline, the head coach at Oklahoma.
Or maybe they might gamble here and go ahead and let them have another third down at it. And put them back 8 yards.
Right guard, left guard, left guard. Holding. Offense. Decline.
Yeah, decline, sure.
Decline, and the punting unit comes on.
With this kind of defense, though, you could gamble that way. They're so good. You know, 4th and 8 or 3rd and 18 and put them back another 7 or 8 yards.
Adam Kelly's in to do the punting. Derek Shepard has dropped deep for Oklahoma. Sonny Brown in tandem in advance of him. Good punt. Shepard at the 33, at the 35, at the 40. Shepard at the 45 and up to the 48-yard line. Tomorrow night and every Sunday night at 10:05 Eastern Time, the sports page will announce the Super Football Saturday Player of the Week. Last week's pick was Boston College quarterback Sean Halloran. That's on the sports page at 10:05 on most of these stations. Right here, we have 55 seconds remaining in the first half. Oklahoma's leading 10-0.
And they got their timeouts left. And now we might see a little double wing formation and let Troy Aikman throw the football. They've only got a 10-0 lead. And they have started with the football, Lindsey, this whole first half in fine field position. They've had it all.
Have it at their own 47 here. Troy Aikman has quarterbacked them throughout so far, and Aikman has the football. And he pops it. And it's incomplete at the 35-yard line.
The receivers and the quarterback are not in sync. They're either running the wrong patterns. That was thrown on the wrong side of the receiver. He was running straight down the field, and I think Troy Aikman thought he was just going to hook up or turn outside here. Here you come off play action. Now watch the receiver coming down the sidelines.
Lee Morris.
He's wide open, Linz. And you'll see, there's the turn-in man's wide open, too. And he throws it to the outside. So they just were not in sync.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line for Oklahoma. Aikman has the ball. This time completes it over the middle to the 45 to the 43-yard line to Keith Jackson. 241-pound tight end. Struggling to get to the first down sticks there, and they'll take a look.
One thing about the college players, they're trying to get the extra yards, which I love. They don't try to get out of bounds to stop the clock. They just put their head down and go forward. Now that'll stop the clock till they move the chains.
First down. As soon as they get it spotted, they'll wind it up. At the 42-yard line.
It's 13 first downs for Oklahoma.
The clock is started. 40 seconds remaining and a half. Aikman again looking to throw, and he does. Taken to the 33-yard line by Damon Snell.
See, didn't get out of bounds. Could have got out of bounds very easily and stopped the clock. Now they're going to have to take a timeout.
It'll be at the 33-yard line. They do take the timeout to stop the clock for 28 seconds showing. That's remaining in the first half. Switzer's record, against non-conference opponents. 35-10 and 3. We were talking about the great tradition of these two schools. You know, here at the University of Minnesota, they have retired only 2 jerseys. Number 54, which was worn by tailback Bruce Smith in the pre-World War II years. He was Minnesota's only Heisman Trophy winner. And Director of Athletics Paul Giel was runner-up for the Heisman in 1953. And the number 72, worn by the great Bronco Nagurski, has also been retired. Nagurski was an All-American at tackle and at fullback, or anywhere else they wanted to put him.
What Red Grange tell you? He thought he was the best football player he's ever seen?
Red Grange said he was the best football player he had ever seen. He said Cal Hubbard was playing for Green Bay one day, and Grange said he was in the up-back position. Bronco Nagurski right there. And he said, Hubbard said to Grange, look, don't bother me this time. I want that Ukrainian. And so Grange said, I was easy to do business with. I got out of the way, and he says, the worst crash I ever heard. And then he said, Hubbard staggered back by me and said, I've had all I wanted, that Ukrainian. First and 10 now at the 33-yard line.
Double wing. Let's see if they get the first down. They're going to go upstairs. Got hit again, too. He's dropped on his back.
Troy Aikman getting up a little slowly there. 23 seconds on the clock. Second and 10 at the 33.
Bruce Holmes put the pressure off on his linebacker position. Now, Mr. Aikman's going to have to learn to have a little touch on those long passes, Lindsey. He's going to have to tie him up on a string a little bit more. Threw that one way too strong. Threw it on a line. Let the line drive, and you've got to tie those 40-yard passes up a little bit. Give him a chance to run under it.
Clock starts here on the snap. Aikman, short drop. Incomplete. A little pop pass right over the middle to Keith Jackson. It'll be 3rd and 10 at the 33. Bruce Holmes, the linebacker.
Again, Holmes breaks it up, and he almost gets an interception. Little play action to the fullback. Got to look around. Look at that big paw, Bruce Holmes, number 88, against number 88, Keith Jackson.
3rd down and 10 yards to go. Oklahoma's leading 10-0. 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Indoors at the Metrodome in Minneapolis. Trent Tripp is coming into the ball game now at nose guard. They're going to try a 50-yard field goal. Tim Lasher will try a 50-yarder. Short. No good. The ball goes over at the line of scrimmage. 14 seconds on the clock. For the case of the short. So Minnesota gets it down. Look at the reaction now.
He's got a funny stance. He leans into it, and they think he's got it far enough. You can see the reaction. He thinks he's made it, and he look up. Nope. Are you kidding? He says.
First and 10 at the 33.
Boy, that's frustrating. I tell you, you think you made it, you look up. No, you're waiting for the referee to put these arms up, and they go,
Argue with the pitch.
Look at this, boy.
Got only to the 29-yard line. It was Abercrombie carrying.
That was Casillas. Oh, he got across the line of scrimmage. Made the tackle, but I think he got a hold of the face mask.
Clock is stopped with 9 seconds.
Might as well try to throw the home run once.
It is face mask.
There it is again. Let's see if we can pick up Mr. Casillas. Here he comes. Nobody even touches him. There it is. You see the right arm in there. Ooh. No, that wasn't Casillas. Casillas was on the tackle. Everybody stop hollering. I'll tell you, it's Kevin Murphy on the...
Ball is advanced to the 39-yard line where it's first down and 5 yards to go. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They leave this one on the ground, and it is taken there by Ed Penn, and he got it out to the 40-yard line, and time ran out. So there it is. Time has run out in the first half, and at the end of the first half, the score is Oklahoma 10.
Football team, but Minnesota was expecting to do a little bit better than that. In fact, Minnesota defensively has played pretty good. They've only given up 1 touchdown, and you know, Lindsey, we've seen a lot of games like this, and 1 turnaround, 1 big play, and Minnesota's right back in. Let's take a look at the first touchdown. This is Earl Johnson, the big junior, from Dallas, and he gets over from 1 yard out. Now, that end zone shot, you really didn't get a vantage point. Let's take another shot, and you can really see it here. Watch him. He goes up. He gets hit right there. Now watch him extend his body, and you can see the referee right there had a perfect spot at the touchdown.
Well, Paul, you're Lou Holtz now, and you're in the locker room at halftime. What are you thinking? What are you trying to figure out?
Well, I tell you, he's got a young football team. I would praise the guys for a good first half. They're only behind 10-0. Offensively, they didn't do too much. Ricky Foggy, they really controlled him. But defensively, I would praise my Minnesota Gophers and say, listen, boys, we held the #1 team in the country to only 1 touchdown. Let's get something going offensively. We'll be right back in this football game.
You're Barry Switzer. What are you telling your Sooners?
Well, you tell defensively, boys, let's play the same kind of game. They didn't give up a first down the whole first half. They picked up where they left off. And Troy Aikman has not really relaxed yet at quarterback. The big 6'3" kid has got a lot of talent, Lindsey, and it's going to take a while for him to have a little experience. They lost Spencer Tillman. He hasn't been back. He's got a pulled hamstring muscle, but they've got enough running backs. They've got almost 200 yards rushing, but they had great field position the whole first half and still only made 1 score.
So we'll be getting underway with the second half when we come back. This is Turner Network Television. You'll recall that at the outset of festivities that Minnesota won the toss and waved it off, and so now Minnesota gets to receive to start the second half, and Oklahoma will kick off. There are the first half stats. Todd Thompson will do the kicking off.
That big goose egg, Lindsey, that big goose egg is a story. No first downs. And let's see if they can get a return going here.
Rocky Gaylord is deep.
Yes.
Gaylord right for the sideline at the 10 to the 15 and stopped at the 16-yard line. So that is where the Golden Gophers of Minnesota start first and 10 at their own 16. There are first half possessions of Oklahoma. Minnesota, and Minnesota has the ball now. Ricky Foggy is the quarterback for the Golden Gophers. Huck and Baylor are in the I formation. Foggy trying to get it out to Couch. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. We have a report from the locker room now that Tillman is out for the rest of the ball game for Oklahoma.
He's got a pulled hamstring, and of course, Barry realizes they're very, very deep at running back. I know they'd like to have him in here for the second half, Lindsey, but maybe if they can get by without him in the second half, he'll be ready for next week.
Greg Otto's in there at tight end now for Minnesota. 2nd and 10 at their 16-yard line. They're in their version of the wishbone now. Foggy drops it up and incomplete. Leading Gaylord, Rocky Gaylord.
Well, it looks like at halftime that Lou Holtz has decided to try to air it out. Let's go upstairs. We haven't had any luck running the football at all. We get a look at Barry Switzer over on the sidelines, Linz. And Lou Holtz is right. I think he knows he's not going to be able to run the football. Anybody's going to run, and it's going to be Ricky Foggy. He's going to have to run off of a broken play and maybe a pass or a rollout. That's the only way you're going to look like you're going to beat this defense. You're not going to beat it inside.
Couch has come out of the huddle to a wide right. Ricky Foggy, the quarterback. 3rd down and 10 yards to go. Foggy has the ball. And it's complete. Taking it across the 40. Kevin Stark gets it to the 47-yard line.
A 31-yard pickup and Minnesota's first down of this ball game. Ricky Foggy picks up his big tight end. He had caught 2 passes in the first 2 games, and he gets pretty good protection. And Foggy lays it right over the middle. A beautiful pitch. And the big tight end picks up 31 yards, gets almost to midfield.
First down of the ball game for Minnesota, and they have it at their own 47-yard line. And that makes the Minnesota fans happy here in the Metrodome. Foggy got rid of it that time. Advanced to the 50 by Puck, David Puck. Casillas made the tackle.
One of the few seniors on this Minnesota team, David Park, a senior from Cedar Rapids. That's a That's a big gain, Lindsey. Gained 2.5, 3 yards, right?
It is that. Until he came upon Casillas.
He's something.
If you talk to Barry Switzer, as we did this morning, when he gets to Casillas, he drags out all the superlatives.
He said next to Leroy Seaman, he's the best I've had here. Leroy Selman.
Let's move it.
Foggy now with a late pitch. Out of bounds down there about the 40-yard line. But there's a penalty marker on the play. Valdez Baylor.
Valdez Baylor, the other senior from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, got the option. And that's what you got to do. You got to get Foggy out there. This is going to be called back holding. And Holtz said, Paul, we got to play an error-free football. We cannot make mistakes. And here it is, their second first down, and get caught for holding. Big turnaround. Instead of having a first down at the 40, they're going to have a first down almost on their own 40-yard line.
All the way back to the 42.
Holding. Offense. Second down.
Second down and about 16. Back at their own 42. Foggy. Incomplete. Third coming up.
Oh, every time he rolls out, he gets popped. And I'm talking about the quarterback, Ricky Foggy. Watch him. Off of play action. He's trying to get it to the outside here. Makes a little fake. Now he looks like he's going to get some room, but here comes a white jersey. Oh, they have really put the pressure on him. And it's tough to throw an accurate pass when you have to throw it on your back.
It is that. Here's a third and long coming now. Couch coming out of the hill to the right side, and Rocky Gaylord to the left side.
You got 5 defensive backs in for Oklahoma. They're all playing zone.
Foggy. Incomplete. It'll be fourth down coming up. The punting unit will come on. Sonny Brown made a move on the ball. It was intended for Craig Otto. There's a penalty marker.
Yep, it could be against Minnesota again for holding. Well, I tell you, that holding call really hurt Minnesota. When you're playing somebody and you're 3 touchdown favorites and you got a first down on the 40-yard line, you get caught for holding. You haven't made but 1 first down. That is serious. That took them right out of this drive, Lindsey, that holding call. And now we got another holding call. Be fourth down if they decline it.
A little trouble with the administration to get it all straightened out here.
Well, they're taking a gamble here. They're going to take the 10 yards.
Back to the 32.
Instead of having fourth down, they make it third, and how about a lot? 12,
holding
22.
On the offense. Repeat third down.
About 26. Third and about 26.
Now, you've seen coaches make this kind of call. I kind of like it myself. Puts them back further, and they got the best defense in the country. Why not? But you've seen it turn around on a lot of people, and somebody comes up with a miracle play and makes the first down.
Third down play, and Foggy has the football.
And Gamble paid off for Oklahoma. They had a little screen set up, and they just didn't perform offensively. They were out of sync again, and they had some running room if he could have completed it.
Kevin Murphy was the man who got in there from Plano, Texas. And coming in to do the punting is Adam Kelly. And dropping back there, of course, is Derek Shepard, to field the punt back at his own 25-yard line.
Kid's done a good job punting, Lindsey. Adam Kelly, 43.6.
It's a high trajectory kick.
Yes, sir.
Oklahoma's leading 10-0. We're in the third quarter.
Look at here.
Moves it out of it. Shepard retreats to his own 14-yard line. 15. Trying to turn the corner. Goes out of bounds on the far side, just about the 20-yard line. They'll start first and 10 there. We'll be back in just a moment.
54 yards.
Oklahoma has the ball first and 10 at their own 20. Troy Aikman is their quarterback. They're in a wishbone. Headed back to the inside for 3 yards. With Leon Perry carrying to the 23, it'll be 2nd down and 7.
You know, one thing this Oklahoma team has done tonight is hold on to the football, and there's a guy who would wish that they wouldn't. You know, you've seen, as I said earlier, I think Oklahoma has beaten itself more than other teams have beaten them over the years, especially Barry Switzer's team. He's won 82.4% of his games, the highest percentage in college football. But tonight, Oklahoma has not fumbled, Lynch.
Aikman with the football. Stopped for no gain by Larry Joyner.
Yeah. There was 2 mistakes on that. Mistake by the quarterback. He didn't let the man out in front block for him. And you can see number 45, Lydell Carr, is saying something to his quarterback. Here comes Carr out. Now watch, he's trying to block. Now you got to get communication here. It looks, you see, quarterback got in front of the fullback. He should have waited and let Carr try to block. Number 20, Larry Joyner, who makes the play.
3rd down and 7 yards to go for Oklahoma. Big 3rd down play. Crowd is well aware of that. Aikman, quarterback on that draw. Hit hard at the 25 by Nigerian. Number 32, Nigerian.
The senior from right here in Minneapolis, Peter Nigerian, and a nice head. Now, Oklahoma is finding it a little bit tough to run the football. Watch Nigerian fight off a block, and he puts the helmet right in the numbers and puts him right on his back.
So Mike Winchester's in to do the punting now. Standing at his own 10-yard line.
Should get good field position.
Rocky Gaylord is deep. Fair catch signal goes up, and he makes it at the 40-yard line. Minnesota will start 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line, a 35-yard punt with no return. So now, can the Golden Gophers of Minnesota move the football from here?
I think they're going to have to come off with, they can come off with one play. The first thing to do is you get these 62,000 plus just screaming their heads off. If they can come up in this series, this is the best field position they've had. Let's see the whole game and taking over the football. And the law of averages, you would think, is on their side a little bit, wouldn't you? They haven't had a big play yet.
Foggy brings it up. Hands it off, and they move it to the 43-yard line with Kevin Wilson carrying. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Let me correct myself. They had a 31-yard pitch to his big tight end.
Richard Reed made the last tackle.
I'd go back to that tight end over the middle again. He was wide open, and see if Oklahoma has countered it, and maybe they might be a little bit soft in there. Kevin Starks was so wide open on that 30-yard game.
Minnesota quarterback Ricky Foggy is sometimes called Vegas by his teammates. They say whenever he throws the ball, it's a gamble as to where it's going.
He's got a good strong arm. Comes the option.
He's got the ball, and he's pinned back at the 41-yard line for a loss on the play. Daddy Jones made the tackle. Loss of 2. 3rd and 9.
See what happens? He goes down the line of scrimmage on that option, and Oklahoma's so quick. The people who are pursuing Ricky Foggy has no idea who's coming from the backside, and they're making the tackle.
3rd down play coming here. This Metrodome is, of course, the home of the baseball Minnesota Twins, and there was a Major League Baseball game played here earlier today at the Metrodome. It started this morning. Minnesota Twins beat Kansas City, as a matter of fact.
Vikings, of course, play here. This place gets a lot of action, doesn't it?
Doesn't it, though? Foggy with the football. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Now let's pause 5 seconds to allow local stations to identify themselves. Adam Kelly is coming to do the punting now. Here's part of the big crowd packed and jammed in here. Sellout crowd. Some 64,000 at the Metrodome. That is Kelly, who's been booming punts out of here. Derek Shepard is dropped back deep, standing at his own 15-yard line. No return on this. It's bounding around the 20 and goes out of bounds. So we'll be back in just a moment. This is Turner Network Television. This is Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning, and Oklahoma has the ball first and 10 at their own 21-yard line. We're in the third quarter with 9:26 remaining, and Oklahoma's leading by a score of 10-0. Troy Aikman is the quarterback. They're in the wishbone. Give it off to the fullback. Taken there by Earl Johnson up to about the 23-yard line, and Anthony Burke made the tackle.
And again, we just reiterate this Minnesota defense has done a good job. They trailed 10-0, but through no fault of their own, the offense hasn't been able to move the football. And you give this team this many chances, Lindsey, they're going to break one. You almost feel like they're going to break a run.
Second down play coming for Turners, and now
That helped.
somebody moved.
That tackle, that helped 77. That's Caesar Rennie. Well, these kids get so big today, I don't understand. 6'4", 288, this young man. Oh, Barry doesn't like it either. Stay still. Boy, they hate to see those offensive linemen move before the snap of the football. Seems like the easiest thing in the world to do, but boy, they get so anxious.
Dead ball. Ball start on the offense. Repeat second down.
Second and 14, back at the 19-yard line.
Yeah. This is what Holtz wants them to do, force them into long. Maybe this young quarterback will make an errant throw and they can pick it off. That's what they're hoping.
Take it back to the 23-yard line. And it was Terry carrying.
Defense again doing a job. Got them right where they want them. Let's see if they can keep them in the third and long now. They do. Hand it off to the right side. Leon Perry, the freshman from Orlando, and he's going nowhere. No blocking outside this time. Look at that gang tackle.
Third down and about 8 yards to go. Leon Perry coming up there.
I don't think they're going to throw it down with the wishbone.
Aikman throwing. Shepard's got it. And he's at the 37-yard line.
Oh, good move.
First down.
And a good call. Jim, I think it's Donan, the offensive coordinator, who's working with this young man. Now you saw a little bit taste of his ability here. Here he goes out of the wishbone, strong right. They flow it to the right. He comes back. Look at this pitch. What a good arm. And he's right on the money to Derek Shepard. He's got the first down. They roll right. The whole wishbone went to the right, and he had a single man down and did a little hook pattern.
Williamson Martinez made the tackle. First down and 10 yards to go at the 37.
Picked up 14, Lindsey. Boy, that's an important first down for Oklahoma.
Goes to his fullback. Got to the 40-yard line. Earl Johnson carried it. Got about 3, make it second and 7. Anthony Burke made the tackle. Director of athletics at the University of Oklahoma is Wade Walker, and he was a great All-American tackle in his playing days. Matter of fact, in the administrative jobs, it's Paul Giel at Minnesota, great single-wing tailback, and Wade Walker, a great tackle at Oklahoma. Oklahoma has had 3 Heisman Trophy winners in its proud football history: Billy Russell, Steve Owens, Billy Sims. Handed it off. Moved up just across the 40-yard line. Earl Johnson, the fullback. Again,
Minnesota's defense. Right there. Boy, what an All-American this man was. Billy Vessels, 1950 to 52, Heisman Trophy winner. Boy, well, they had some great football teams.
I saw him in that great game against Notre Dame in 1952, one of the great games in history.
I tell you, I think Billy Vessels averaged about 9 yards a carry in that football game, didn't he?
Did indeed.
Never saw anybody run a handoff like that.
Third down. About 5 yards to go. Joyner made the tackle. Aikman kept the ball, and Joyner made the tackle, and that's going to bring up a fourth down in the punting unit.
And Joyner's been all over the field. This young man weighs only 200 pounds. He's the smallest defensive man out here. Now watch it. Here he's playing the option. He gives him a little fake, and he comes back in on the quarterback. A nice defensive play by Larry Joyner, a junior from Memphis.
An appreciated crowd is saluting the defense of the University of Minnesota. Winchester's back to punt. Gaylord is deep to receive it.
Look at this good kick.
Fair catch signal goes up. Gaylord takes it and drops it. It's at the 14-yard line, and Minnesota keeps the ball. 1st and 10 at the 14, and we'll be right back. It's Oklahoma 10, Minnesota nothing. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in the third quarter. 1st down and 10 yards to go for Minnesota. They have the ball at their own 14-yard line. Ricky Foggy is the quarterback, and they're in their wishbone. Foggy with the pitch. Taken out to the 20 by Gary Couch.
Kevin Murphy on a good move outside on the tackle.
Now for a highlight, let's go to the studio.
Florida State came from behind to defeat Kansas. The Seminoles are 4-0. Thurman Thomas with 4 touchdowns for Oklahoma State. Kerwin Bell led the Florida Gators past Mississippi State. And Grambling is leading Oregon State 14-3 at the half.
2nd down and 4 yards to go for Minnesota. They have the ball at their own 20-yard line. Foggy's the quarterback. Foggy with the ball. Well, Gaylord was hoping he could walk the tightrope, but his momentum carried him across the sideline marker.
And I tell you, if his momentum had carried him out of bounds, that would have been a big play because he was heading in the right direction here. Good pitch, 2nd, 6. They picked up 6 yards on 1st down. That was their best play on 1st down, and this is their best gainer here. And you see, Gene the Rocky Gaylord almost goes upfield a little further. Picked up 13. Another 1st down. That's his number 2.
It is, and it's at the 32-yard line. Into the wishbone now for Ricky Foggy. He still got it, and they have him back to the 30-yard line for a loss of 2.
Oh, this defense is really something to see, Lindsey. Everybody there is so quick. They got great speed, and they just react to the football so well. That's Darrell Reed.
He's a sophomore from Cypress, Texas.
In fact, they've got 7 starters on this Oklahoma team start on defense from Texas. They got 3 on the offense from Texas. 6 starters are from Oklahoma, both offensive and defense.
Gaylord comes out to the right side, Couch to the left side. Foggy with the football. A handoff, and they move it out simply to the 31-yard line. It was Wilson carrying.
Well, 2nd 13, and they're getting along later in the ball game. 2nd 13, and it's going to be awful tough for them running that inside tackle play, Lindsey. It's almost like a throwaway. You're running against such a great defense. You better just try to get something upstairs. I think Lou Holtz is pretty happy right now, Lindsey, that his team is only 10 points behind, and we have 3:44 to go in the third quarter. He's got to feel, that one play. He's hoping one play will get us back in this.
Alan Holtz in there now for Minnesota. And it's moved simply up to the 36-yard line with Kevin Wilson carrying.
I don't like that. That's just like giving up there. 1st down, they're going to punt it. They're just keeping that field position.
Adam Kelly's in to do the punting.
They've got to throw it in that situation, especially the last 2 plays.
Shepard is dropping back to field the punt. There he goes, having a word with Sonny Brown, who's in tandem with him back there. 3 minutes, 5 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
Very conservative last couple plays, Lindsey, and they shouldn't be conservative.
Shepard at the 24, to the 25, 30, 35, the 38-yard line. So they'll start there 1st and 10. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Turner Network Television. Turner Network Television, home of the 1986 Goodwill Games. Opening ceremony is July 5th from Moscow. 2 minutes, 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Oklahoma leading by a score of 10-0. They have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Reverse now, and it's taken there by Collins. Cut off at the 35 for a loss of 3. Desmavic who made the hit.
Again, this defense has kept this football team in the ball game, especially here in the second half. They've really almost dominated Oklahoma's offense. Here comes the reverse. It's executed well, but look at here at the pursuit from that Gopher defense. That's Collins, and he takes a big loss.
2nd and 13 at the 35. Aikman still quarterbacking.
That's Jim Donan over there with Barry Switzer, offensive coordinator, trying to get something going.
That was Carr who got the ball, and Joyner hit him immediately.
Well, they're not controlling the line of scrimmage. You notice in the first half that offensive line was just really moving Minnesota back and just blowing them off the line of scrimmage. Second half is just the opposite. Minnesota's defense is controlling the line of scrimmage now. There's that number 20 again. Mr. Joyner, all 200 pounds of him, just playing his heart out.
3rd and 13 for the Sooners of Oklahoma. Collins and Shepard are the wide receivers. Aikman. Complete at the 49. To the 50. Keith Jackson.
Had his knee down. Keith Jackson, 14-yard pickup, first down. Big play.
At the 49-yard line.
Looking here, though. Finally, Minnesota gets a break.
Penalty marker back at the line of scrimmage.
We're going to take another look here. Here it is wide open. You see his knees was down on a little hook pattern to big Keith Jackson. They're going to bring it back. Holding.
To the 25-yard line.
Barry says, you got something, Jim? What do you got? He wants to know what the play is called.
Now. Holding on the offense. Third down.
See what kind of pressure put on the quarterback here.
3rd and 23 at the 25. Shepard and Collins are wide.
Little double wing.
Aikman. Short out incomplete at the 50 and bring up 4th down. Collins, the intended receiver, small covering defensively.
He should have.
And for the defense.
That's right. And they deserve it, man. 62,000 plus. They're on their feet here at the Metrodome. And rightfully so. These kids have played their heart out. Over 3 touchdown favorites, as someone told us earlier. And Minnesota, I'm going to tell you, Lou Holtz has got them on the right track.
Winchester back to the punting. Rocky Gaylord deep to field. He's standing at his own 28. Fair catch signal is up. He makes it at the 36. Now for a highlight, let's go to the studio.
SMU's Jeff Adkins goes up and over the top on his way to his 3rd touchdown of the evening as SMU increases its lead over Texas Christian 42-7. It's time to say, turn off the lights, Lindsay. You can have it.
A happy group of fans here tonight. As Minnesota has the ball first and 10 at their own 36, and Ricky Foggy is still quarterbacking them. Big Ten has led the nation in football attendance for 27 straight years. By the way, Wayne Duke, the commissioner of the Big Ten, is in attendance here tonight in Minneapolis. And after a fullback who drives it up to the 39, David Puck. Gain 3, it'll be 2nd down and 7 yards to go. That's time remaining in the 3rd quarter. Tight end Craig Otto comes onto the field.
I tell you, this defense hadn't had any opening game blues, have they, Linz? They have really played their heart out, as Barry was well aware that this fine defense led the nation against the rush. Number 2 overall last year. Got 9 starters back, and they're playing like it.
Foggy with the football. Minnesota got rid of it, divested himself of the pigskin. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And he was lucky he got away from Darrell Reed, or it would have been about a 10-yard sack. He's had a hard night, Ricky Foggy. Boy, they've really controlled him.
We've been talking about Oklahoma and Minnesota in other years, and it's almost impossible to work a Oklahoma football game without a thought of Harold Keith, who was Oklahoma's first sports information director, and he served in that post for 39 years. He was one of the great ones. 20 seconds remaining now in the third quarter. Third down.
Foggy, 3 out of 12, Lindsey, for only 50 yards.
Foggy throwing and batted down. Darrell Reed got a big hand up. Fourth down coming up.
Oh, what a defense. Now, opening night jitters have plagued the offense a little bit.
Adam Kelly has come out to do the punting. Shepard has gone back deep. In advance of him is Brown. Shepard at the 22, 25, 30, 32.
Well, he's spunky, isn't he? He's a feisty little runner.
First and 10 at the 32.
Teams that play Oklahoma are going to have to watch that young man. He's going to break a punt this year.
39-yard punt, return 10 yards, 6 seconds on the clock. Remaining in the third quarter, the ball is spotted at the 32.
Oh, what a football player. Tommy McDonald, All-American, National Championship team, 1955, All-Pro.
He'll be going into the National Football Foundation's Hall of Fame on December 3rd, along with Paul Hornung. 6 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And off, and it's advanced to the 39-yard line by Earl Johnson as time runs out in the quarter. So at the end of 3 quarters of play, the score is Oklahoma 10, Minnesota nothing. We'll be right back. Along the sideline, Mickey Hatcher, former kicker at Oklahoma. He now plays baseball for the Minnesota Twins. Came to the majors with the Los Angeles Dodgers. 3rd and 2. Well, he got close. Taken by Leon Perry, and he was stopped by Bruce Holmes. First play of the fourth quarter. Oklahoma's leading by a score of 10-0. It'll be third down now. And it looks to be less than a yard. At the 42. Double tight end, Keith Jackson and Barry Hill are in there. Time of possession right there.
A double.
Quarterback sneak. He got it. At least I think he got it. Troy Aikman kept the football. Jeff Pickett was the man he was following.
Well, if you're an Oklahoma fan, and when you watch a game like this where an Oklahoma offense has the football twice as much as the other team, it's usually a blowout. Oklahoma has not averaged that 10 yards or 8 yards of play offensively running the football. And this Minnesota defense has just been outstanding, especially here in the second half.
First and 10, Oklahoma. They have the ball at their own 43. The 50 into the 48-yard line.
That's the biggest gain second half running the football.
Small, and Holmes made the stop.
Damon Stell, a sophomore from Oklahoma City.
Second down and 1. The Sooners of Oklahoma, where Bud Wilkinson was head coach for 17 seasons.
All-American right here, too.
Played
University of Minnesota.
Played guard and blocking back. Dell took the football and he was popped. It was Anthony Burt.
Minnetonka right here in Minnesota, boys, and this is a real good tackle. He plays off the left tackle's block of Mark Hudson. He comes right in and he gets a real good bead on the running back there and puts him right down. He's got 280 pounds going after that tackle, and it was a little mismatch.
Third and 1. Oklahoma at the Minnesota 48-yard line.
It hasn't been easy, has it, Lindsey? It's Oklahoma offense.
They get the 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line with Leon Perry carrying. Stop was made by Dutrell.
And one great thing offensively that Barry Switzer is going to have to be pleased about is these running backs. They have held on to the football. No fumbles tonight. They made one little bad pitch around the left side, right at the feet of one of the running backs. Aikman threw a bad pitch, but they recovered it. So,
opening game of the season for Oklahoma. Minnesota came in with previous victories over Wichita State and Montana. This afternoon, Notre Dame lost to Purdue 35-17, and Purdue will be here against Minnesota next Saturday night.
And we'll be right here.
We'll be here.
I'm looking forward to seeing that quarterback, Jimmy Everett. Boy, he threw for, what, 370 against Notre Dame?
Bounced incomplete. Aikman's incompleted pass intended for Patrick Collins. 2nd and 10 at the 45. Here's the Big Ten today.
Killed everybody, didn't he? Well, yes, sir.
Certainly had a big day.
How about Indiana? 3-0. Wow.
And Michigan wiped out Maryland 20-0. We had Maryland last week.
Right.
Ohio State beating Washington State. 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
Oh, my Notre Dame. 2nd loss already.
Aikman's got the ball. Popped at the 41. Ball was shaking loose, but I think it had been blown dead up at the 41-yard line.
Boy, Bruce Holmes, I tell you, he almost kills Aikman here. I tell you, Mr. Aikman, for a sophomore, he's going to say, I know this is our first game and my first real action. Look at here. Does he get popped? Look at that. I tell you, he's a tough kid. He gets right up, too.
Bruce Holmes and Deuce Bobick at the 41-yard line, 3rd and 6.
I tell you, he's a tough kid. Mr. Aikman, he hung right in it. He's been hit 4 or 5 times, Lindsay. A lot of quarterbacks I don't think would have gotten up.
Aikman's got the ball. He got to the 36-yard line.
Good athletic ability there. They got close to the 1st down. I think they'll go for it even if they're short.
It'll be 4th and 1.
Barry Switzer running down there to see how close it is. Watch this now. A missed block on Peter Nigerian forces Aikman up the middle, and he gets popped in the back again. Pretty good.
Now the next play has come in from the sideline. 4th and 1 at the 36.5. Barry Switzer pacing along the sideline. Shepard came out of the game. The crowd is rising to the occasion, trying to exhort the Minnesota defense. They got the 1st down with yards to spare. At the 33-yard line, it was Damon Stell up and over.
We go right down the line of scrimmage. You see the blocking. Watch Stell up and over. Good blocking at the point of attack, and everybody was kind of cleared away, and Stell just dove over there for the 1st down.
1st and 10. It's outside the 32-yard line.
Look at that. 1st downs. I think they got 2 1st downs.
I think it did too.
Yes, sir. Sure they do. Only 2.
Penalty marker thrown. Procedure against Oklahoma.
I tell you, this is perfect for Minnesota defense. They're trying to...
Dead ball. Ball start. On the offense. Repeat 1st down.
1st and 15 at the 37.
The turn-ins have been wide open all night long for Oklahoma. They're getting this double wing, and they're in the kind of a slot wishbone here.
Shepard's back in the ballgame.
Turn-ins have been wide open, Lindsay, off this formation.
Aikman. Incomplete. Second and 15 after 37. Intended for Perry.
He's rushing a little bit. He's got to take a little off the football when he throws those little screens, little flat passes or touch passes. Take a little steam off of it. Give that guy a chance to catch it if it's not a perfect pass.
I got a ball on the side.
Howard comes into the game defensively now for Minnesota. Aikman. And it's complete. Taken there by Shepard. He couldn't find a place to turn the corner, so we'll see where it's going to be marked. I think around the 25.
2 exact plays.
Martinez made a tackle.
Aikman now 7 out of 16, 67 yards. Now this play shows you the inexperience. The last play had a man open the flat, threw it too hard. This time he sees him on that turn in, and boy, he puts it right on the money. That's Derek Shepard on a turn in. He gets hit by Doug Mueller there. And he gets gang tackled, and they got the first down again.
He's still down, Shepard is, and he's getting attention from the training staff now. That is Shepard. Ball is marked at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, and he looks like he is hurt pretty good.
So Oklahoma leads 10-0. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Turner Network Television. Oklahoma 10, Minnesota nothing with 9 minutes 54 seconds left to play. Shepard is okay, left the field under his own power, and Lee Morris has replaced him. 1st and 10. Oklahoma at the Minnesota 21-yard line.
Slot right.
Aikman gave it to Johnson. Stacked up there at about the 17 by Bruce Holmes.
They're also eating up a lot of time off this clock. They got the football back with about 12 and a half minutes on that clock. And it's down to 9 minutes and 20 seconds, so they've eaten 3 minutes off that clock in this drive.
2nd and 6 at the 17. Shepard's in a wide left. Back in the ballgame. Inside the 10. And fumble. Stell carried it down there, and Oklahoma retains possession at the 7-yard line.
Boy, Stell showed good quickness getting to the hole. He coughs up the football. Boy, he was stepping. Looked like he... I think he might have thought he was going to score on the play. Got a little bit anxious, coughs it up, and good recovery by Oklahoma to retain possession. There it is again. Watch Stell. Damon Stell makes a good step. You see that football? There it is. He wasn't hit. He just lost control of it.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Keith Jackson was the man on the ball. Aikman. Incomplete. 2nd and goal at the 7, intended for Keith Jackson. Incompletion stops the clock with 8:33 remaining to be played. Troy Aikman has quarterbacked Oklahoma throughout this ballgame. Shepard comes out of the huddle to a wide left. Perry, Johnson, Stell are the backs.
They have been valiant defensively.
Outside the 5, Nigerian stopping Earl Johnson.
They've just been on the field too long, Lindsey. I tell you, this defense, regardless of what happens, there's that Earl Johnson, that junior from Dallas again. And I tell you, defensively, again, Peter Nigerian, a senior from Minneapolis right here. And Johnson is shaking up a little bit. But
He's getting
okay.
help from the training staff. That's Johnson, the fullback. It's going to be 3rd and goal at the 6-yard line. Lydell Carr comes back in. Carr is from Enid, Oklahoma. Oklahoma leading 10-0. Big 3rd down play coming here.
And they're right in front of the Oklahoma fans over there. And they're stirring them up over there. There's about 2,000 or 3,000 Oklahoma fans here for this football game at least.
Just inside the 5 by Perry, and that'll bring up 4th down. Steve Thompson. They're sending in the field goal unit.
And Lou Holtz is pretty happy. He knows he needs 2 scores to win anyway. So this is playing right into Minnesota's hands. I tell you, 13-point lead with this defense, that's a lot. That's a big lead, isn't it?
It is.
I tell you.
Tim Lasher has come in now to do the kicking, and Sonny Brown is there to do the holding. It's going to be a 21-yard attempt from the hash mark left. It's good. The 3-pointer is good, and so the score is now Oklahoma 13 and Minnesota nothing. 7:18 to play, and we'll be right back. It'll be Todd Thompson kicking it off from the 40-yard line. And that's Gaylord back there deep to field it. Center deep for Minnesota. 7 minutes, 18 seconds left to play in the game. Oklahoma leading by a score of 13-0.
I would think there's injured chances to win a football game. In the last 7 minutes.
Gaylord goes back. It's a touchback. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
All Minnesota has to do is score 2 touchdowns against the best defense in the country.
True, but it's been done.
Yeah, they got 2 first downs for the whole ball game. They got all their timeouts left. They might as well just go upstairs.
200 yards in the ball game.
Over 2-1. They just got to go upstairs, Lindsay, now. They've got 7 minutes and 18 seconds left. They need 2 touchdowns, so let's put it upstairs.
Gaylord going out to a wide right. Ricky Foggy is the quarterback. He has been all night long for Minnesota. They're running from a wishbone.
They're changing the play. You see Foggy. Now watch the faking the blitz.
Penalty marker.
Took too much time, Lindsay. So loud down here. He's got to yell out the changes, and he just lost track of the 25 seconds.
Good ball. Ball start. Offense.
That'll move it back to the 15-yard line, make it 1st and 15.
Tell him to go over the middle. Give him another shot to their tight end.
Ricky Foggy to Gaylord out to the 25-yard line. They stopped there by Derek White of Lubbock, Texas. Picked up 10. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Just quick post. Rocky Gaylord. Covered on the outside by Derek White, the freshman out of Lubbock. It's his 2nd catch tonight. He picked up 10, and they got 2nd and 5. They got a good position here. But you've got to throw the football, Lindsay. The clock keeps ticking away against you.
David on the ground this time for 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. David Tuck carrying. 1st down for Minnesota.
2nd straight 10-yard pickup for the Golden Gophers.
Brown and Jones made the stop.
They need bigger hunks for the 1st down, and just off the left side, Oklahoma playing a little soft on defense. Thinking, I guess, the way I'm thinking, that they got to put the ball upstairs. Every time you run a play, it's 25 seconds off that clock, Lindsay.
Foggy with the ball. Pops once. Goes to Gaylord. Gaylord. Oh, incomplete.
He had a close call there for interference.
Glenn was covering.
I tell you, he showed you the strong arm there. Rocky Gaylord does a little square out and up. We've got him on the ISO. There he is at the top of your screen. There's a square out. Little pump fake. He didn't fool number 7, Liddell Glenn. Now watch Glenn. Does he interfere with this catch? Now he's got his back to the receiver. It goes the hands, and it goes right through his arm. And they've got a replay here, and they don't like it. Second look right here. It could have been called there, folks. Putting that arm up in front of the receiver. But he didn't have any contact with him. That was a ruling. No contact.
Second and 10. Foggy threw that ball 50 yards in the air. Left this one on the ground up to the 37-yard line with Puck carrying. Stopped by Donnie Jones. That's time remaining. 6 minutes left to play in the ball game. Oklahoma leading 13-0.
See, they got to get in and out of the huddle. They 2 touchdowns down, and they're just taking their time going back to the huddle. Now, this 6 minutes is critical, Lindsay. I never have understood why football teams take their time. They wait when it's 6 minutes to go in a game. They just take their time. Then when it gets to 2 minutes down, they start rushing. They should play in their 2-minute timeout right now, or 2-minute drill. They got one.
It is third down and 8 yards to go at the 37-yard line.
They should try to conserve as much time as they can, even though there's 6 minutes to go in this ballgame.
Hitchcock came over the ball and had to go back to the huddle. Now we're ready. Foggy. That'll bring the punting unit on. Kevin Starks, the man for whom it was intended.
Well, good coverage by Tony Raven back there, Jr. He really caused that pass to be incomplete.
Adam Kelly comes in to do the punt.
Oklahoma defense is something.
Derek Shepard back there along with Sonny Brown. Now it is
Sonny Brown back there.
Sonny Brown himself who's gone back deep. Shepard is not back there.
Shepard had 102 yards in returns, but he's not back there this time.
This is Brown, puts up the fair catch signal and makes it.
Don't go away, folks. This is the one break. Sonny Brown substituting for Derek Shepard, who was shaken up a little bit earlier. There it is. Minnesota's got it back. That's Milton Bond, a defensive end, a junior from Milwaukee. Brown coughs up the fair catch. And Milton Bond comes up with it, number 87. There you see him. And that's maybe the one break. Is it a little bit too late, Lindsay? 5:24. They need 2 touchdowns. They've got to get 7 right here.
It's at the 19-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go for Minnesota in Oklahoma territory as Ricky Foggy brings them up. They want a little quiet. Foggy pulled out. Back at the 24 by Darrell Reed of Cypress, Texas. 5-yard loss, second and 15.
Well, this is the best position Minnesota has had all night long. They come out on first down, they try to run the option, and Darrell Reed just takes care of that. Somebody missed a block on him, I think, Lindsay. Nobody was there at all. Cypress, Texas.
Clock is running, of course.
They got to throw the ball against this defense. They can't run it in.
Foggy with the football, tries to reverse. And Couch gets it inside the 15-yard line before he's stopped by Sonny Brown.
Gary Couch, and was he tackled? He looked like he was going to get the first down, but it's a great tackle defensively for Oklahoma here. They really looked like they had something working here. Here comes the reverse. This is Gary Couch, a sophomore from Davenport, Iowa. And watch this tackle by Sonny Brown. You think he can tackle? Look, that's picture perfect, folks.
Third and 3, and the ball is at the 12-yard line. And we're getting a timeout on the field. 4:20 remaining to be played. We'll be right back. This is Turner Network Television.
Let's take a look at that reverse. a reverse. Now, they really look like they got something going. Watch a block split. But watch number 8, Sonny Brown, a junior. And he makes, I think, a touchdown-saving tackle, Linz.
Third down and 3 yards to go. Minnesota has the ball at the Oklahoma 12-yard line. Oklahoma's leading 13-0. We have 4 minutes and 20 seconds to play. Baggy. Touchdown to Harris. Kevin Starks. Kevin Starks for the touchdown.
And this place is up for grabs right now. The big senior from Robbins, Illinois, makes a nice catch, Lindsay. Ball was put right there, and Starks went up for it and got it. So Minnesota's got their touchdown. Now they got a shot. 4:15 to go. Plenty of time now. Extra point coming.
Chip Lohmiller is in to attempt a conversion. Lohmiller to try the conversion. And it's good. So as they come back up the field, it is Oklahoma 13, Minnesota 7, and we'll be right back.
Let's take a look at that touchdown catch. Here it is, off play action, reverse pivot. You see the big tight end running free. Now he throws a little bit behind him, and he makes a beautiful catch. Kevin Starks. Now,
Oklahoma has to protect against the possibility of an onside kick, and they're doing that.
well, there's 4:15 to go. There's plenty of time. Now's the time to kick it deep, I would think, Lindsay. The defense has been playing sensational here in the second half. They stop them, they'll get the football back. They got time.
Lohmiller's going to kick, and Collins and Shepard are deep.
Sure, they're going to kick it.
He's going to kick it away. And there'll be no return. It's a touchback. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now, that defense, you've seen it many times when an offense scores a touchdown, team's behind, the defense comes out, and they're all pumped up. And I must say, this defense has been all pumped up all night long from Minnesota. Win, lose, or draw, they have really played sensational.
We have seen some great defense on both sides here tonight.
We really have. Of course, that goes without saying for that Oklahoma defense.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line. The ovation is for the hometown Golden Gophers of the University of Minnesota. Bringing by 6 points.
And you got to feel a little for Sonny Brown, who was taking over for Derek Shepard. The first punt return, he makes a fair catch, and he drops it.
4 minutes, 15 seconds to play.
And if they stop here, they're offside.
I thought they were. Aikman handed it off to Perry, and Perry got up there about 9 yards.
I thought the right guard moved. See if we can get that back. It looked like there was a little movement in the offensive line before the snap to me, Lindsay. Let's see. Watch a right guard to the left of your screen. There it is. You see him move, and he got away with that.
Yes, he did.
That was movement. The right guard moved, and they got away with it. Now, instead of an 8-yard gain, Lindsay, it should have been first and 15. That could be a difference in this ballgame.
Second down about 1.5 yards. There's timeouts remaining in the game. Clock is running. 3:35 left to play. On the far side, first and 10. Donovan Small ran him out.
I tell you, wait till Lou Holtz sees that in the replay. Listen, and the first thing I want to say is to the referees, they're going to miss 1 or 2. And here we see Mr. Stell get the first down around the left side. He just turns it on. Damon Stell, the sophomore from Oklahoma City. But boy, what a difference it is. And Lou Holtz is going to say, they missed that offsides. The movement should have been first and 15 instead of second and 2. Boy, what a big difference.
First and 10 at the 32 now for Oklahoma, leading 13-7. Taken right across the 35 by Lydell Carr to the 36-yard line. Gain 4. It'll be second and 6. The clock is running. Steve Thompson made the tackle. Our thanks to spotter Bill Friel, statistician Elvin Lindblad, and at the University of Minnesota to Director of Athletics Paul Giel, Coach Lou Holtz and his staff, and to SID Bob Peterson. And at Oklahoma, the Director of Athletics, Wade Walker, Coach Barry Switzer and his staff, and SID Mike Treps. 13-7. Oklahoma leading with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left to play in the game. Second down play. Backed up at the 37 was Leon Perry, and his Nigerian made the tackle.
Now here it comes. 2:30 to go. Clock ticking. They got to hold him right here. They know they're going to keep it on the ground. Keep it running. Here comes the wishbone right at you. It's number 2, Leon Perry. And look at this tackle by Peter Nigerian. He put his helmet, shoulder pads right in the numbers.
3rd and 5 at the 37. 3rd and 5 with the clock running down to 2:10. A big play right here.
How many miles do you think he walks from the sideline? He walks up and down continuously.
This crowd is alive.
Changing the play.
And he's stopped up. Perry is stopped up. That'll bring up a 4th down. He lost a yard to the 36.
That's 10 tackles tonight. 10 solo tackles for Peter Nigerian. Oh, he's been all over the field, the big senior from Minneapolis.
The punting unit is off for Oklahoma. Minnesota wants the ball.
Here's another look at it. Lindsay as Nigerian makes the stop.
1:28 on the clock. Mike Winchester's in to do the punting. Gaylord's dropped back deep, standing at his own 22. They're letting it run. They're just letting it run. Now the snap. Gaylord calls for the fair catch. And he makes it at the 30-yard line. That's where Minnesota starts. 1st and 10 at their own 30. 34-yard punt, no return. 1 minute, 5 seconds left to play. Switzer's a busy man along the sideline.
Switzer's saying, let me get out of here alive with my life, I tell you. 1:05. Could this happen? Could this happen? That's what he's thinking, Lindsay. This defense, of course, are the best in the country. They didn't give up that touchdown. You're going to have to chalk that up to a miscued fair catch. So now, the pressure's on that young quarterback again, Mr. Foggy. Can he do it?
Ricky Foggy is the quarterback in there for Minnesota, trailing by 6 points. Couch and Gaylord, the wide receivers, double to the left side. Couch takes it across the 50-yard line. Jerry Couch, it was Glenn covering. 1st and 10 now, and it's in Oklahoma territory.
23-yard pickup for Gary Couch. Here's the replay. Look, he hands the ball right to nobody. Look at this. He's just got it hanging there in his right hand. Now watch number 21. He's going to break free. He's open. You see him put up his right arm? And Mr. Foggy puts it right on the numbers when he needs to be. A 23-yard game.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. 58 seconds to play. Foggy with the ball. Swings it out. And a second to the 43-yard line by Valdez Baylor.
Tony Rayburn in on a stop again.
Picked up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now let's go to the studio for a score.
A couple of quick ones for you, Lindsay. Reggie Dupart, Jeff Atkins with 3 touchdowns apiece for SMU. Southwest Louisiana came from behind. Lamar has a lead with 6 minutes to play. And Grambling, yes, is still beating Oregon State 14-3 in the 4th.
A busy coach along the sideline now.
Yes, sir. Only 48 seconds, Lindsay, and I think they got 1 timeout left, and that's it.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line. Ray Armstrong has come back into the ball game. Gaylord has come out for the moment. 48 seconds left on the clock. That's time remaining in the game. It's Oklahoma 13 and Minnesota 7.
Foggy's had a tough night, Lindsay. 7 out of 19 for 100 yards. But it won't matter if he can get this offense into the end zone and a shot at an extra point and a win.
It has all come down to this at the Metrodome in Minneapolis. 48 seconds on the clock. Here comes Minnesota.
Look how deep this 4 deep men secondary is for Oklahoma. They're really playing back, especially the safety men. They're out of the picture almost.
Ricky Foggy's the quarterback. Foggy's got the football. Penalty marker's throw. It's completed up there across the 40-yard line to Puck. And he is stopped at the 39.
Tony Casillas got away and he was held. He was grabbed and they caught it. Tony Casillas, the big All-American, possibly the best lineman in the country this year, got loose and somebody tried to hold him and they caught him.
Referee Tom Quinn.
There he is.
Talking to Casillas.
Well, that'll put him back 10. Yeah, now they got third down. They got 2 downs. They must get it to about the 36-yard line to get a first down now.
Holding. Offense. Repeat. Second down.
Repeat second down.
Right.
There it is again. Now watch number 62. You see? Oh, he just had a hold of him by the right jersey. Just trying to drug him down. That was Troy Wolfall.
Back to the 48-yard line. We're at 2nd and 15. Foggy. Going long. To Gaylord. And it is incomplete. Incomplete, and it was Derek White. He batted it away.
He had an interception there for a minute. Dropped it.
3rd and 15 at the 48 and 29 seconds on the clock. Lou Holtz, head coach of the Golden Gophers. This is his 2nd season here. Came from Arkansas. Barry Switzer, his 13th season as head coach at the University of Oklahoma University, I beg your pardon.
He put his hands right on his face. I tell you, that's the most nervous man in the world. And Lou Holtz is just hoping against hope that they can throw something up, maybe get an interference call, or maybe get a deflection.
Foggy. For a 1st and 10. That stops the clock with 22 seconds left.
They got to take a timeout, though.
Gaylord made the catch. White made the tackle. Gaylord calling time.
16-yard pickup. We got it. This is Mr. Gaylord. He's his favorite receiver. And watch him just wait for that football. He's right in the middle of the zone. Those safety men are way back. And he just gets on his knees and makes the catch. That's Derek White over his shoulder.
1st and 10 now for Minnesota. They have the ball at the 32-yard line of Oklahoma.
Now, Lindsey, if they elect to go all the way down, they're out of timeouts. They complete a pass and don't get it in the end zone. Probably before they get the line up, if it's not a first down, the game's over.
You're right.
So they've got to throw. They've got time for maybe 3 if they throw it in the end zone. I'd get a few people down there and hope for a deflection. The old Hail Mary job.
Well, they've settled on it, and here comes Ricky Foggy back onto the field now. And Gaylord's out there in the huddle already. That's Foggy. Oklahoma leading 13-7, and it's been a battle here in Minneapolis tonight.
Well, they were praying to stay close and hope for that one break, and they got it. They took it in for a score, and they've got a chance.
Couch and Gaylord, the wide receivers for Foggy. Clock starts on the snap. Foggy's got the ball. Third away. 14 seconds left.
I don't know if he's throwing it away or he's trying to get it to his tight end, and his momentum carried the ball out of bounds. Could have thrown it in the vicinity of Kevin Starks, his big tight end down there. That took 8 seconds off the clock.
Craig Otto comes in now at tight end, number 84. Starks comes off. 14 seconds left. 2nd and 10 at the 32.
Well, this will give this Minnesota team a lot of confidence for their Big Ten schedule coming up. Win, lose, or draw here, Lynn.
Couch and Gaylord, the wide receivers double right.
That's what they're going to do.
From behind at the 39-yard line. Troy Johnson was the man who made the hit. Clock is stopped with 8 seconds remaining as they call the timeout immediately.
Troy Johnson from the blind side. Now they just got to throw the home run and hope. They were going to do it that time, but Troy Johnson came from the weak side and made a great tackle.
Ball is spotted at the 39-yard line. Barry Switzer getting in a little more yardage along the sideline. The executive producer for TBS Sports is Don Ellis. Tonight's game has been produced by Michael Lardner. Directed by Tom Smith. Technical Director Mark Johnson. Associate Director Gary Lehman. And Associate Producer Bill Thomas. And the rest of the fine TBS crew. Oklahoma is leading in the game by a score of 13-7. 8 seconds remaining on the clock. Third down.
This would be one of the biggest upsets in Minnesota's history if they could do it. Here's a team Lou Holtz took over last year. What, was 4-7? Great improvement. He's got this whole area up in arms over this football team.
Third and 17 at the 39. Gaylord, Couch, Baylor, all in trips to the right side. Foggy is the quarterback. Foggy going as far as he can throw to the end zone. And it's incomplete. Got 1 second left. 1 second on the clock. It was Glenn covering along with Sonny Brown. Now there's 1 second left, and the clock does not start again until the snap. Fourth down coming up.
And Barry switches. Wow, this is the longest 30 seconds I've ever spent in my life.
One more shot in the locker for the Golden Gophers of the University of Minnesota. Oklahoma has led throughout the ball game. And they're leading here 13-7. And we've seen some great defensive football on this field tonight.
If I were those defensive ends, I would not. I repeat, not let him try to get outside.
Again, he lost it down into the end zone. And it is incomplete. The game has ended, and it's all over. And the crowd is standing in ovation of these ball players because they've had a tremendous football game. The final score is Oklahoma 13, Minnesota 7.